Hi everyone, Mrs. Drake here with the clarinet. We're going to be doing book lesson 9. So please everybody get out book lesson 9. If you haven't already warmed up with your 5-note scale, please go ahead and warm up. And before we even get on to lesson 9, I would like to flip back a page. So everybody please go back to page 15, and I want to do the one up on the top of this page. It's called long tones. So everybody, page 15, the one on the top of the page called long tones. This one is to work your lips. Long tones work your lips where you hold the notes long. Okay, so the first thing is a G for 4 beats. Everybody warm up a G. All right, let's play all of the first song, the one called Long Tones on page 15. 1, 2, ready, go. You see, it's kind of a 5-note scale. Okay, everybody flip over to lesson 9. Everybody, lesson 9. Okay, so song number 1. This uses this idea of first endings and second endings. So they show it you up at the top, and it's used on song number 1. It's used down here on song 7 also. But see how this measure has a 1 over it, and then this measure has a 2? And you see that there's the repeat sign at the end of measure 1. So this measure is called the first ending. This measure is called the second ending. It's a type, it has to do with the repeat sign. So you start at the beginning, you play the music, you play the first ending. You jump back to the beginning, you play it again, but this time you play the second ending instead of the first ending. So it saves ink. So you play it through, you play the first ending, you play it through, then you play the second ending, and then the song's over. Okay, it's a type of repeat sign. It has to do with saving ink. Okay, song number 1. Starts on a C. Everybody warm up your C. Remember to breathe in and clear off your spit before every song. C, G, C, D. Song number 1, everybody. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, how did you do with that first and second ending? Hope you did it right. Okay, song number 2. This one has a repeat sign, but let's not do it. To save time, let's not bother with the repeat on number 2. You're supposed to play the whole song twice. Just going to play it once. Now, look on song 2. It's called Roundabout, and you can read the thing that it says underneath it. But notice there's a star on the third measure. There's a star on the third measure. It's called a round. So, you have 2 choices. You can play it just straight along with me, or we can try it in what's called a round. So then you listen to the video, let me play the first 2 measures by myself, but when I hit the third measure, you start at the beginning. So you'll be 2 measures behind me. We'll be playing at the same time, but I'll be 2 measures ahead of you. And that's called playing in a round. And this song is especially written that it'll sound good like that. Not all songs can be done in this style, but this song is written where it will sound pretty. It'll create harmony. So you have your choice. You can just play along straight with me, or you can try it in a round, meaning I'll play the first 2 measures by myself, but when I'm playing the first note of the third measure, you're playing the first note of the first measure, so you're exactly 2 measures behind me. Okay, everybody warm up a C? Okay, here I go. 1, 2, ready, go. And I waited at the end because if you were playing a round, I would finish and then you would still have 2 more measures left to play by yourself. So I waited at the end. If you were playing in a round, you would have had 2 more measures after I was done. Okay, song number 3 uses what's called a slur. See these curvy lines right here that are connecting the notes? Okay, slurs are always 2 different notes. So you can see this one is going from an F to a G. Okay, so a slur means you flick your tongue on the first one. I'm going to do an F to a G. And then you don't flick your tongue on the second note. You just keep blowing and let it slide up to the next note. So let me demonstrate. I'm going to do an F, G slur. Now I'm going to tongue it. Did you hear I flicked my tongue on both? That's not a slur. Now I'm going to slur. I'm going to flick my tongue on the F, but then I'm just going to keep blowing and let it slide up to the G. So that's what that curvy line means. Okay. It doesn't change anything with the beat. It doesn't change anything with how fast you play the notes. It just means you link them in one breath. So on song number 3, in any song that has slurs, I say the first time you play the song, try it without the slurs, just to get your fingers right, try to get the rhythm right. And then when you feel like you have it mastered, go back and play the song again and try to put in the slurs. Try to put in the slurs. So on song 3, if this is your very first time playing it, I'm encouraging you to don't try to slurs. Just flick your tongue. If you've played song 3 before and you feel like you have it mastered, then try to do the slurs, and I am going to be playing the slurs. Okay, song number 3. Everybody find an F. Song number 3. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, song number 4 has some slurs also. Song number 4 is quite a bit harder. We haven't done a low A very often. I want to remind you what low A looks like. See that note right there with the 2, those extra lines are called ledger lines. It's on the second ledger line. That is called low A, and there's some over here. Again, there's some slurs. And the first time you play the song, I encourage you to play it without any of the slurs, just so you can get your fingers, work on your fingers. But if you have the fingers pretty good for song 4, then give the slurs a try. And when I play it, I am going to do the slurs. Okay, but anyways, back to low A. Low A is C on your left hand, and then 2 fingers on your right hand. 2 fingers on your right hand. It should sound like this. It's called low A. Give it a try. If it isn't sounding right, it could be, especially if you have small hands, that your fingers aren't quite covering the holes all the way. Try it again, low A. If it's not coming out right, just keep going. Eventually your hands will grow and you'll eventually get it right. Know that it's 2 fingers and know what it looks like on the page. But if it doesn't sound beautiful, so what? Just keep going. Okay, song number 4. I am going to do the slurs, but if you haven't played it yet, I encourage you to play it without the slurs. Okay, everybody find a D? We are on song number 4. D, E, F, E. That's speed. 1, 2, song 4. All right, sorry I messed up a little bit on measure 7. Okay, now song number 5. Song number 5, I want to remind you, take a look at song number 5. It has a bunch of the high B flats in it. That note right there, high B flat. And it has several of them in it. I want to remind you that high B flat is the A key, and then you put your thumb on the long skinny register key in the back, you leave the hole open. So high B flat. Everybody warm up a high B flat. Should sound like that. Okay, the first note of song number 5 is a G. Everybody warm up G. G, A, B flat, A, G. Song number 5, everyone. 1, 2, ready. Crossing the Desert. Okay, song number 6. Look through it. There's a lot of rests. And of course, the rests are very important. Remember to breathe in. I just did it. Make sure you breathe in often to clear off your spit. Okay, song number 6. Everybody warm up C, G. Everybody warm up C, G. Okay, song number 6. I'm going to lead it with ready, set, go. Okay, everybody get ready for song 6. Ready, set, go. And then the last song on the page, Sacred Waters. And I'm going to call it number 7, Sacred Waters. Okay, look through it. Do you see it has that first ending, second ending business again? So what that means is you'll play through the whole song, you play the first ending. You leap all the way back to the beginning, you play the song again, but this time you play the 2 instead of the 1. It's a type of repeat sign. It saves ink. There's some slurs. What I noticed on this one is, let me draw the natural sign. Okay, on this first measure, see this B here? It's going to be B middle finger, and then it also goes down to low A, and then there's that B again. But over here, there's some high B flats. There's some high B flats here. So this is a tricky song. This is a tricky song. Okay? So the first notes are C, 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 B, and it's going to be middle finger B, middle finger B. Again, if you haven't played it yet, I encourage you to play it without the slurs, And then when you feel like you have it pretty good, then try it with the slurs. I am going to do the slurs. Okay, everybody clear off your reed. Everybody warm up a C. C, 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 B. That's going to be the speed. 1, 2, ready, go. Back to the beginning. I hope that last time you remember to go to the 2 instead of the 1. That was lesson 9. See you next time. Also remember, clean out your clarinet. When you're done playing, definitely take the reed off. Definitely take the time to pull your cleaning cloth through all of these things and dry off the reed. Bye.